What's good, YouTube? In today's video, I'm going to be going over whether or not the Infiniti Q50 is still worth buying in 2025. Some answer to that is no. The Infiniti Q50 is not worth buying in 2025. Honestly, y'all, the reason this car isn't worth buying in 2025 is because you should already have it. You should already bought this in 2023, 2024, 2022 even. You know what I mean? Honestly, these cars are beautiful. You know what I mean? And they're just getting more and more popular, and the price is going to go up and up. So I have a 2014 Infiniti Q50, so I have a 3.7 version, which honestly is more than enough for me. I bought it at 18 in my name, so it was honestly a good purchase for me. I don't regret buying it at any point, honestly. Sometimes I do have days where I'm like, damn, I should have got this, or I should have got that, or I'm having problems with this, so I should have got this instead. But honestly, none of that is valid. Like 100%, the Infiniti Q50 is worth buying in 2025. And honestly, next year might be the last year that is worth buying in. So 2024, the Infiniti Q50, the last 3.0 version came out. So this car is basically discontinued. Like at this point, you cannot go get this model of car brand new off the lot anymore in 2025. Like every car for the most part is going to be used. Honestly, just looking at it, just looking at mine, you know what I mean? Like I don't have a super crazy built Q. I'm not slammed with negative 12 camber or bagged or anything like that, but I do have a clean car. I've been on Nismo V1s. Right now I'm sitting on some Red Sport stocks. I'm honestly a very OEM plus kind of guy. I like a nice, clean, sporty looking sedan. That's all I like. I'm a Beamer guy, and that's what Beamers are. They're like noise. They're nice, sporty looking sedans. So that's what I like. And that's the look I kind of go for with my car. Although I don't really like my fitment right now with the Red Sports, and the last sport stocks I had much better fitment in the rear. So I'm pretty sure at some point I'm going to get a space here and try to dial this in. But regardless of any of that, this car is definitely worth buying, and let me tell you why. To start off, it's desirable. I mean, who doesn't want a nice sports sedan? There's TikToks about it all over Instagram, all over YouTube, the YouTube shorts, Instagram reels, all that stuff. They're everywhere. You can't escape this car. And it's in the same conversation as, respectively, BMWs. And not saying that the 3.7 model is, because the 3.7 model tuned and all that good stuff may be able to keep up with one to an extent. But the 3.0 model for sure is the one that's going to be out there beating B58s and racing other stuff such as like Hellcats you guys may have seen on Instagram somewhere, 3.0 beating a Hellcat, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. These cars, depending on how you build it, depending on which platform you get, are very beautiful and fast cars. Regardless of the platform, they're the same car inside out for the most part. Only thing you may be missing based on the year you get, maybe like CarPlay, different seats, different trim, like interior trim, like wood grain or something like that. Other than that, you're not missing much from year to year besides the platform and what's under the hood. So when it comes to picking your Q50, you should be picking between one of the two things, reliability or power threshold. If you want power, go 3.0. If you want decent power but a nice reliable daily, go 3.7. That's my opinion. You can do your research on YouTube and other forums to see if that aligns with what you want. But my Q tuned VR30 trans swap, cold air intakes. If you guys have seen the rest of my videos on my channel, you guys should know. It's a pretty good, quick, decent car. My only complaint is my trans right now. Not that it's bad, but the computer, it shifts early for me. But that's a whole another story for another situation. But the car is quick. I can't lie, it's quick. Most things on the road I can keep up with or even beat. So if you want something like that, 3.7, cheap, good option. 3.0, also pretty cheap, but it will cost you more in the long run due to things such as a heat exchanger or stuff like that you have to get to keep the car reliable. Or even maybe you blow a turbo a couple months down the line, and now you're a couple $1,000s in under the hood just for a new turbo. That's not even adding more power, you know what I mean? So it's like up to you. But regardless, each platform is still worth buying. And I feel like there isn't another car that's in this price range competing with the power output of this car and just the looks of it in general. Like I said, nothing in this price range will really come close to competing head to head with it. Interior, the Q, in my opinion, is beating the G20, or not the G20, cap. It's not, I'm not gonna lie there, it's not. But that's a $40,000, $50,000 car used. The Q is more like a $30,000 car used, brand new. You might get fucked on it for like 60K, but who's buying a brand new Q, you know what I mean? I'm 19. I don't know about you guys, I'm 19, And this was a steal for me when I got it. I got it at 18. So like I said, it was a steal for me when I got it. I had to get it. It just was the perfect option for me. But interior wise, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys, since I didn't mention the interior. This interior is better than any F20 interior you will get. So I did mention the 340i, the older version, so like the 2018s and that type year. I do have a little bit of junk in here at the moment, but I mean, the interior is clean. Like, you can't tell me the interior of this car is not clean. Aside from my car actually being like maybe a little stuff here and there, but the overall looks of the car is clean. Like, it looks new, it looks fresh. That's because Infiniti has used this interior from my year 2014 all the way to 2024, only changing slight things such as infotainment, maybe like little things here and there that you won't notice unless you actually own a car. There's some stuff that I've done in my car, such as exterior things like a bumper swap or a trunk swap, rear end swap, updated red sport wheels, etc. But all these things, yes, they make the car look better. Yes, the car might look a lot different if you get one. For example, this is my car when it was a base model. So I've kind of upgraded things here and there to make it not look like a base model, not like an economy car. But even as an economy car, you know what I mean? I have a guy that I know, he's had his car for like 2 years. It still looks like a base car, and it's not terrible. Like, it's a better economy car to have on the road than it is to have, in no shade, but to like a regular Honda Accord, I feel like. You know what I mean? It's a luxury economy car if you have it as a base car. It's still luxury. You can't take away from the fact that this car is a luxury car. That's what it was made to be. Nissan's luxury brand, you know what I mean? So you can't take away from that at all. I definitely say that this car is worth buying, especially in 2025. It's just gonna go up from here. These cars are gonna hold their value, I believe, once the new year rolls in. I don't see these cars ever being as cheap as a G, down to $3,000-$4,000 on Facebook. You know what I mean? Unless they're absolutely clapped out. But I mean, I feel like it's hard to clap a Q. Why would you want to clap a car that looks like the same car that just rolled off a lot 2024? You know what I mean? Like, my car is 10 years older than the newest Q that came out. And you put them side by side, you can't tell the difference. You know what I mean? A little bit of a facelift on the bumper, a couple $100. Some nice sport stocks, a little rear end butt lift with the newer trunk. You know what I mean? You just can't go wrong with this car. A couple $100 here and there, every now and then, whenever you have some extra cash, throw it at your car. Down the line, you'll be like, my car is nice. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be super slammed or all that. If you want to go for that, you can go for that, 100%. Because it does look nice. But regardless of how much money you have to throw at the car at the moment, this car holds its value pretty well, I feel. And it's the aftermarket support for this car is crazy. You can find aftermarket parts anywhere for this car. Online, Facebook, eBay, Amazon, Alibaba. You can find these parts anywhere. You know what I mean? You can't go wrong when it comes to this car. Aftermarket support is definitely there, and it always will be there. It's a Japanese car at heart. This car comes from Japan. Nissan, of course, Infiniti, of course, that's Japan, you know what I mean? So it falls into the JDM, in a way, it falls into the JDM bracket. It's a nice car, and it has that, you can make it a drift car if you really want, get an LSD on it. You can make it a drag car if you have a 3.0, or even if you have a 3.7, you put a blower on it or something. You can go ahead and make it a stance car, which I was kind of going for, but then I kind of lean towards just a luxury OEM plus car. I just like having a nice car, and that's what this car is for me. It's just a nice car to have. And I do have a tune, I do have some performance stuff done to it, but that's just for when I want to get out and live a little with the car. I want to go a little fast, I want to do this, I want to do that, and that's just a habit, accessible, you know what I mean? And stuff like that is also very cheap and accessible. My tune was $1,000. My intakes, they go for about $700, $600, I believe. I think maybe even $500. That's like easy stuff you can do. Save up a check or two. You know what I mean? Don't buy burgers for a week or something. You know what I mean? You have extra cash to throw at your car. And this car, like I said, it's 100% worth it. I don't regret having it at all, or buying this car at all. If you guys want to know anything else about the car, as far as the reliability of it, or anything like that, what I've done to it or what you can do to it, you can check my YouTube channel out. I have a lot of videos on this car. I do have a trans swap from the 3.0 model. I have a VR30 transmission. So if you want to check that video out, it'll be linked down below or at the end of the video. If you want to see my car get tuned, I'll also link that at the end of the video. This car has a lot of potential, and I'm literally at the tip of the iceberg when it comes to that. There's a lot more things that you can do with this car that I still haven't even touched base on yet. And there's a lot more things I want to do that are gonna break my whole OEM plus look. Like, I want carbon on my car. I want carbon hood. I want a carbon fender. You know what I mean? I want stuff like that. I want a carbon roof overlay. You know what I mean? And eventually this OEM plus look is gonna be broken. This is just the V1 of my car. I've been on a couple of different wheels, but overall, everything over this last year has just been the V1 of my car. It's been the version 1. And eventually I'm gonna go into version 2, and you guys are gonna see that whole process. If you sub to the channel, like the video, sub, turn on post notifications. The channel has been growing a lot lately, so I appreciate all the love. And if you guys really want to see the car grow, maybe you're thinking about getting one, but you're not sure, just check out the channel. I guarantee you'll find some content that'll either lead you one way towards getting it or the other way towards not getting it. But I can assure you that this car, 100%, it's worth it, man. I can't tell you that I regret owning it. I can't tell you I regret buying it or paying what I paid for it. You know what I mean? There's a lot more stuff I want to do with my car. And eventually it'll get done. Eventually you guys will see the whole documentation of it on the channel. But like I said, if you're unsure about getting it, just tune into the channel. You'll see everything get done. And hopefully I'll sway your mind with this video, or maybe the one before this video. One of these videos I drop will sway your mind on getting this car or not. So stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Peace.